일요일 아침 6시 25분이 막 됩니다. 일찍 일어나서 스크랩도 하고 단어 정리를 적어도 2차 안돼. 어제 6시쯤 두 번째 일어나서 읽어야 하는데 늦었습니다. 아침 독서를 시작합니다. 일요일 날입니다. The 5 essential people skills: how to assert yourself, listen to others, and resolve conflict. Of course, there are exceptions. Some people speed, others drive too slowly. At stop signs, some people don't yield the right of way, and others may blow through the intersection without even stopping. This is extremely irresponsible and dangerous behavior, and there are penalties attached to it. There are traffic tickets and license suspension, not to mention the possibility of a life-threatening accident. A tabloid for the hip of the hot book review. The freaks came out to write the definitive history of the Village Voice, the radical paper that changed American culture. Here was dispatched from another better planet. There was nothing else like it.シンプルに考える。これを一部の社員が強く抵抗。The art of using strategic persuasion to sell your ideas. His heavy-handed tactics had earned him enemies, and he failed to follow our next piece of political advice. With the return to office of the whisperers, workers whose lives have been transformed by remote work are ready to fight to keep their newfound freedom. These consultants want you to come back to work. It's not going too well. On him we have set our hope. On him we have set our hope that he will deliver us again. 人生100年、私の空腹。働いている時は一家の対 国中で働いているがゆえに、免除されていた家の仕事がたくさんあるものです。聖書一日一章。自分の見つめておられるということです。どんな暗闇の中でも主は真珠の光の中にいるときと全く同じようによく자주 잘 자세요.田舎へよく行きますか？よく考えて答えなさい。よく勉強しています。Brilliant presentation. It made him laugh so much he wanted to hire that kid. 3 blank strips of paper. Brilliant, spontaneous performance. The longevity project. Soon thereafter, Billy met and married a woman he felt really understood him. They were still together and doing well in 1950. The innovation secret of Steve Jobs. Exactly 7 pieces of scallops will surround the cucumber, and 1 small piece of cilantro will be carefully placed on each scallop section. Kokoro no majushi sa. Kokoro no majushi hidobito wa saiwai de aru. 天の国はその人たちのものである。人間の心は小さく するものではありません。心を強くして難関の乗り切るとか、何事にもゆるかない心を持つとか、それはできないことであります。心は本来、神を呼ばないではいられない貧しさを持っているのです。その貧しさにおいて神を呼び求めつつ、人は天の国に行き始めるのです。マタイによる福音書5章3節。Inner Science, the new science to unlock your brain's hidden power, subconscious. That's right. Your subconscious beliefs will almost always win. Your conscious brain may be able to hold the high ground for a time. You might take the first step towards a new business, for example, or toward better communication in your relationship. But unless you structurally change your subconscious belief patterns, you'll eventually slip back into those old ways. On purpose, the power to remain calm, strong, and competent in every season. Samuel called each of the sons of Jesse to come forward one by one. And I can imagine him trying to pour the oil to anoint them, turning the bottle upside down, but the oil wouldn't come out. Search for that relief left some people in a deeper hole. That is the definition of consumer protection. Real magic, creating miracles in everyday life. We should be rash. We should be rash to suppose that it operates from the confines of the brain alone. In that sense, all disease process originate on this vast stage of mind. So also does health. Rash. Outsmart your brain. Why learning is hard and how you can make it easy. Let's consider a typical case of distraction. What can you hear? What can you dare? How successful people become even more successful. You are about to create a new you. Do you think people will buy that without a good advertising campaign, don't forget the dumb praise. Any marketer knows that there's no point in creating a great new product if you can get the message out to the buying public. The unconventionals. And it has created a kind of awareness and the awareness and ubiquity that traditional marketing can't buy. More than 65 million people in 165 countries use the Waze app. Ubiquity. American Roots, readings on U.S. cultural history. Write the headings on the lines and predict what each section will be about. Jeopardy battles. Our scientists developed a model to compare the carbon intensity of ordering Whole Foods Market groceries online versus driving to your nearest Whole Foods Market store. The plan. Eliminate the surprising healthy foods that are making you fat and lose weight fast. Combine ingredients in a blender and pour into 4 ice pop mold. This悲惨な世の中でくじけないために20代で大切にしたい80のこと。ありのままの現実を通用することで、見えてくる未来がまだある。Fresh foresight, how to see the invisible and do the impossible. I love this book. It's as much fun to read as it is inspiring to learn from. Quantum healing. They were equally impressive reduction in disorders of the respiratory system. あなたも29日で運命の人と出会える。それぞれ意味のある4つの期間。1来る29日間ですが、この29日間は4つの期間に分けられます。The Monster Guide to Hiring and Holding the World's Best Employees. That has really helped us as a large organization with operations all over the world to try and at least have some alignment and consistency around how we go to market for recruitments. What everybody is the same. That tension manifested in many ways in and on the body. Break out. There is still life after. There is still life. There is still life after the sickness, life after the divorce, and the life after the bad break. A full life is still in front of you. Keep sharp. Build a better brain at any age. As someone who had traveled to more than 100 countries around the world, there is a question I often get: which of all those places has been the most remarkable, and why? The pursuit of perfect. How to stop chasing perfection and start living a richer, happier life. To want to spare your children from having to go through unpleasant experiences is a noble aim, and it naturally stems from love and concern for the child. 一生使える勉強法。私は基本的に深夜0時に寝て朝は8時に起きるようにしていますが、質の高い睡眠の実現するためにルーチンにしていることがあるので紹介します。ポイントは、お風呂とプルライトほどです。Breaking the habit of being yourself. To vacate and lay down your familiar personality for a brief period of time and knock on the door of the infinite in a state of joy and reverence. It is so much more conducive to change that, allowing your personality to be fractured by your insistent course of destiny, created by who you were repeatedly being. Let's change in joy instead of changing in pain. Vacate. The road to success is always under construction. Put your goals in writing. Put your goals in writing. If you can't put it on a sheet of paper, you probably can do it. Put your goals in writing. If you can't, if you can't put it on a sheet of paper, you probably can do it. Study skills. Be brilliant at university and develop the study skills that you need to get the most out of your courses. Turn your reading and research into effective note. How to make anyone fall in love with you. Later in the love affair, the same blooper might amount to more than a slightly uncomfortable air pocket. Willing to pay a high price to be lucky in love. Single tech professionals try out dating bounties. One reward $100,000. For most of M's life, dating was far down on its list of priorities. Though he half-heartedly tried dating apps and would have welcomed a relationship if it had developed naturally. Pursuing love didn't seem worth the effort. The secret life of the grown-up brain. The surprising talents of the middle-aged mind. There is now even a calorie restriction society, 900 strong and growing, whose members will happily tell you the proper method. For weighing arugula and the recent book, The CR Way, using the secret of calorie restriction for a longer health life, has a handy recipe for a delectable dessert sandwich, which consists of a piece of bread sprinkled with pumpkin pie spice. 言葉のタッチになる時点。一矢を報いる。一矢を報いる。敵の攻撃に対して、一矢を報いる。敵の攻撃に対して、一本の矢を言い返す ということで、やられてばかりいないで、負けずにやり返すことの例え。対戦相手には負けてばかりいるので、今回は一矢を報いてやろう。How to survive your freshman year. While my high school friends are not as involved in what I'm trying to do as my Curtis friends, they remain my truest of friends. Perfectly yourself. 9 lessons for enduring happiness. I will learn that saying no is a powerful way. Saying no is a powerful way to simplify my life. I will learn to master the moment of decisions. I will remind myself each day, my life is mine, my life is my own, and that I can say yes or no to any request or invitation, and that each moment is mine to use as I see fit. Applying the 7th lesson for enduring happiness. Simplify. I will apply the 7th lesson for enduring happiness to my life by taking the following steps. 子供の心のコーチング。心を結ぶ聞き方、伝え方。溢れる思いがあっても、伝える技術がなくては子供に伝わりません。How to keep your job in a top competitive market. Who knows? You may become your department's orientation expert. Thank you for being late. So one day in the summer of 1962, she invited this exotic African and some other friends to their home in St. Louis Park when her parents wanted a home. Exotic. Meditation to heal your life. New wonderful experiences now enter my life. I am safe. I pay attention to the good in life. What's the fastest way to learn a language? Act like a baby, born into a veritable language jamboree. Children figure out language purely from the sound, object, and interaction around them. Veritable. 一問にもならない。一問にもならない。아무런 이익이 없다. 一問 엽전한 한 푼ならない。Korean perception of the United States. a history of their origins and formation. What have you gentlemen observed since entering Korea? The armchair economist, economics everyday life. Yet there is a good theoretical reason to believe that price discrimination should be relatively rare, and therein lies a puzzle. People buy you, the real secret to what matters most in business. This requires both the strategic planning I mentioned earlier, and the leadership. 成功の法則80で、さて事業を始めて、これが厄介で、競馬を失うと言って興味の反対にあったり、筋が固まらないために、nudge. One indication that people need help in picking a savings rate and don't realize that they need the help is that most people spend very little time on this important financial decision. Eat that frog, 21 great ways to stop procrastinating and get more done in less time. Write out every step of a major job or project before you begin. Determine how many minutes and hours you will require to complete each page. Then race against your own clock. Beat your own deadline. Make it a game and resolve to win. How to think like a CEO. However, if there are opportunities to do some good for the company, I likely go through with it. Teaching by principles, an interactive approach to language pedagogy. Offers an interactive approach to language pedagogy. The Leader's Guide to Problem Solving. So rather than overload your org chart with a lot of arrows and layers, why not aim for the kind of smart simplicity you'll get from applying the 6 rules described in this article. This new edition has been thoroughly updated and revised to include new business opportunities for the 1990s. ゆるく考えよう。人生を100倍楽にする思考法。目標は低く持ちましょう。なぜこんなに撤退ができないのでしょうか。Real age. Are you as young as you can be? Learn the value of each step to your real age. The real age effect can make someone as much as 5 to 10 years older. 21 Ways to Finding Peace and Happiness, Overcoming Anxiety, Fear, and Discontentment Every Day. It certainly is not going to help me in any way to keep thinking and saying what I have experienced in the past. It will only create more of something I don't want. American history. Here's a hint. In 1939, when this item was demonstrated at the New York World's Fair, the New York Times said it would never seriously compete with radio because people must sit and keep their eyes glued on a screen. People must sit and keep their eyes glued on a screen. The average American family hasn't the time for it. God has a plan for your life, the discovery that makes all the difference. I knew the answer at the grocery store. Undaunted, daring to do what God called you to do. But now, in that hushed and tense plane, I wasn't wrestling. The craft of research. If you were writing about the Jared ideas, you would probably have to use some of his words, such as the importance of an invention, origins of the species, myths and misconceptions of the English language. With both the ivy and the ivory clinging to academia, it was inevitable that the two would become entwined, and malapropism would be born. Ivory tower. Let's hope this vine doesn't become invasive. 新しい市長の生態系にと適応するか。平均して4万の署員があっという間に見つかる。Chicken Soup for the Soul Sangstead 101 Stories of Gratitude, Love, and Good Times. The precious gift that lasted for more than 50 years of wonderful mother. Putting your past in its place, moving forward in freedom and forgiveness. When someone else has provoked me in an evil way, and I responded simply, I do not like admitting my fault. Hanashikata umaku naru, koe made yoku naru. 若い時代の心の伴侶としては、友達と勝負とがある。Pros and cons. Moreover, legalizing drugs prevented both national governments and the international community taking a strong law enforcement stance against drug gangs because they no longer have a mandate to punish them unless they can catch them doing other illegal activities. Power of the Sage believes God will destroy the power of all simple people, but he will make godly people more powerful. Psalm chapter 75. 幸せを呼び込む朝5時からの習慣。やる気はあっても決めたことをするかない人。Next level thinking. 10 powerful thoughts for a successful and abundant life. Put on your breastplate. The Apostle Paul says in the book of Ephesians to put on the breastplate of God's approval. Healthy aging, a lifelong guide to your well-being. In addition, aerobic exercise burns calories and is the best way to prevent the weight gain if you are consuming more calories than your body needs. The science of mind. Break the bonds of necessity and see life as one continuous expression of the infinite self. And as this conception gradually dawns upon the inner soul, something will happen in the outer condition to let up on the great demand of the law of necessity. power of affirmation. I love I love creating fun and laughter with my children. God with us. Matthew chapter 1. Look, the virgin will conceive a child. She will give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which means God is with us. All through the Bible, Jesus has many names according to his attributes. In this verse, he is called Emmanuel, which means God with us. God with us. Popular proverbs and the sayings. It's not worth the paper it's not worth the paper it is written on. It is worthless. It's not the one you say, but how you say it. Style is often more revealing than the actual content of the business. There's no fool like an old fool. One doesn't necessarily get smarter with age. Old people can be especially foolish. One doesn't necessarily get smarter. One doesn't necessarily get smarter with age. Old people can be especially foolish. There's no fool like an old fool. You don't need a title to be a leader. How anyone, anywhere, can make a positive difference. We have too many high-sounding words and too few actions that correspond with them. The power of persuasive communication. The search for significance. Your justification was accomplished by the shedding of his blood. Difficult conversation. How to discuss what matters most. Brain scientists are beginning to understand how this process works neurologically, and to confirm that it is not uncommon.やる気、やるチャンス、やる力。ビジネスで成功する100の知恵。経営者や幹部の中にも時折、かつての取る臭い動力を忘れ、しんしんとした椅子に座りながら、部下へ命令を下したり、一本の電話をかけるだけで仕事が済んだような勘違いをしている人がまだいる。 the barbarian way, unleashed the untamed face of the within. He turned down a scene that could have helped establish his career and chose instead to establish his character. Multiply. Disciples making disciples. Could he lower his standards even if he wanted to? The spiritual doorway in the brain. A neurologist search for the God experience. The troop of the doomed erectors certainly benefited when the cat broke up chasing them since its meal was no longer struggling to escape. Aha! Awakening honesty action, the God moment that changes everything. But they'll never take our freedom. Hint, go back and read this with a Scottish accent. 222 Prosperity Affirmation. How to speak prosperity and abundance into your life. Wealth, prosperity, and abundance are always in the back of my mind. The 100 Simple Secrets of the Best Half of Life. Make your second half the best half. Listen to your favorite music. A song is so much more than sound to us. It is a feeling, a memory, a new world, a trip back to an old world. Keep music in your life. Keep music in your life wherever you go. Winners always quit. Quit managing your time and manage your attention. Only one thing has to change for us to know happiness in our lives, where we focus our attention. The love you deserve, a spiritual guide to genuine love. Men are socialized to believe that they can control any situation. Power men believe it is their role in life to control, since control is needed to protect and provide. Man measure his self-worth by the extent that he is in control of his environment and those that are around him.頭の良さはノートで決まる。超高速脳内整理術。本書を読み終わる頃には、きっと書く、考える、わかるが 習慣がされていることだろう。Old, how to go big, create wealth and impact the world. Get creative. Skin in the game, hidden asymmetries in daily life. So true virtue lies mostly in also being nice to those who are neglected by others. Neglected by others. The less obvious cases, those people the grand charity business tend to the miss. Colors in art. People have used the inherent meanings of colors to express mood through art. Us getting too warm. Can we close the blind? Some scientists argue that a giant umbrella could ease global warming. We can show the world, look, there is a working solution. There is a working solution. Take it, increase it to the necessary size. Working solution. 혼내 대生きる。一票も後悔しない強い生き方。さて、あなたは本音で生きているだろうか。自分が考えることを伝え、自分が心からやりたいことにポストし、そして自分の心に真摯に向き合っているだろうか。Father, thank you for providing all I need. As you continue to accomplish great things in me. Affluence, intelligence, earn more, worry less, and live a happy and balanced life. The verbal learning style. They learn best through books, magazines, reading online and newspapers. The verbal learning style. People with a verbal learning style find it easiest to express themselves in both the written and the spoken word. Is money stressing you out? Building a story brand. Clarify your message so customers will listen. Use the 7 elements of great storytelling to grow your business. We've lost the customer's interest immediately. Personal marketing. どんな時代でも選ばれ続ける人になる39の法則。自分は自分の専門領域だけをやって、プロモーションは対抗会社に任せようとする人もいますか？私はその方法をあまりお勧めしません。 個人の場合は伝えたい相手、あるいはメディアの記者や編集者におのちら会いに行って自分の強みや魅力、人となりを直接伝えることができるのですから、それを他人に委ねるのは自分の伝えるせっかくの機会をおのずら放棄するようなもの。Become a better you. No matter where you are in life, you can be better. God is preparing you for greater things. He's going to take you further than you thought possible. So don't be surprised when He asks you to think better of yourself and to act accordingly. God's power to change your life, a gentle approach. Everyone wants friends. Everyone needs friends. It is a medical fact that people who have friends live longer. Your best life now. 7 steps to living at your full potential. Find strength through adversity. Live to give. Choose to be happy. Let go of the past. Discover the power of your thought and voice. Develop a healthy self-image. Enlarge your vision. How do you break out and experience the full potential that God intended you to have? The Doodle Revolution unlocked the power to think differently. Done by the cartoonist H. It represents a snapshot of shifting landscape in publishing, entrepreneurialism, data, and even the philosophy of snapshot. Don't ever try to argue with the devil. He's better at arguing than you are, having had thousands of years to practice. 恐れるな、見よ。すべての民に与えられる大きな喜びをあなた方に伝える。ルカ2章10節。How successful people lead, taking your influence to the next level. When they master level 3, they become more productive. The Lord comforts those who aren't proud. A messenger says, build up the road, build it up, get it ready. Remove anything that would keep my people from coming back. I give it to anyone who turns away from his sins. The Lord loves us very much, so we haven't been completely destroyed. His loving concern never fails. His great love is new every morning. Lord, how faithful you are. Psalm chapter 23, a Psalm of David. A Psalm of David. You prepare a feast for me right in front of my enemies. You pour oil on my head. My cup runs over. I'm sure that your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will live in the house of the Lord forever. He gives me new strength. He guides me in the right path for the honor of His name. Even when I walk through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid. You are with me. Your shepherd's rod and staff comfort me. The Lord is my shepherd. He gives me everything I need. He lets me lie down in field of green grass. He leads me beside quiet waters. Be happy without being perfect. How to worry less and enjoy life more. Once people realize that their partners have different conversational style, they are inclined to accept the differences without blaming themselves, their partners, or their relationships, says Deborah, PhD, author of the eye-opening book. You just don't understand. You just don't understand. What is your what? Discover the one amazing thing you are born to do. Quit getting along and start making others wrong. Go back to your list. Go back to your list. Barking up the wrong tree. Be nice. Are you normally pretty competent, or just for your natural level of self-esteem? Then enjoy the benefits, but keep an eye out for delusion and stay empathic. Stay empathic. Empathetic. Seek the situation that challenge you to keep yourself humble. Strive to keep an open mind instead of assuming you already know the answer. Be nice. Don't end up as an emperor in your own mind.明日のことを誇るな。明日のことを誇るな。一日のうちに何か生まれるか知らないだから。自分の口で自分を褒めず、他人に褒めてもらえる。考え中に頭を使う。しかしこのカラフル線の時は、走って汗をかいたり、食事の量を減らしたりしながら、たった1週間で7、8キロを一気に落とす過酷なものでした。モチベーションの新法則、任せること、責任の持たされることの快感。自分の時間の作り方。近くの公園でちょっと夜、スーパーマーケットを覗いてみる。人生と仕事を変える小さな習慣250。興味深いことに英語にも アイデアが浮かびやすいミススの場所として頭文字を取った賛美という言葉があり、それはペドペスポスト、やはり山頂とに通っています。良い考えがシャワーの中でアイデアが浮かぶ理由、良い考えが思い浮かびやすい場所として、パジョ、馬の上、陳情、寝る前、シーショー、天井の中の山椒があると記しています。人生の予習復習は丹念に一人が人生のスタートだと思えば途端に生きやすくなる。